Hallo und herzlich willkommen. Welcome to the 37. Ausgabe of the DOK.fest München, unsere erste Festivalausgabe im dualen System. Und wir sagen Hallo, von wo auch immer Sie uns zuschauen. Mein Name ist Florian Schwarz, ich bin freier Moderator und Sprecher beim Bayerischen Rundfunk. Und wir freuen uns sehr, heute über den Film Our Eve von Gurdiș zu sprechen. Er ist Teil unseres Programms, eine Produktion aus der Republik Moldau, den wir in der Reihe DOK Panorama zeigen. Now I switch really completely to English because in the beginning, Anna, it was kind of a mixture between German and English, but that's how the film world rules. You are the director of Our Eve. Welcome, Gurdiș.
Danke, hallo.
Hello, we could continue in German. I heard your German is not bad. How?
No. I can say just a few words, not very many words.
Great, but you told me before that you like the German language.
Yes. Ich liebe die deutsche Sprache. I'm right. I don't know. I'm feeling somehow very connected with the Germany. And actually, I was working as a journalist, and we had a lot of German friends from Deutsche Welle, and so I like them very much.
Excellent, great. Where do we reach you today for the talk? Where are you?
I am in Bucharest. I moved here for film school 3 years ago, and I'm living for now here in Bucharest. But I'm from Republic of Moldova. Yes, I did my journalistic university right there, and I was working as a journalist. But then I just switched because I realized that I need more time to spend with my protagonists. And like that, Our Eve came, because I met our main protagonist while I was working as a journalist. And now, the story is very interesting.
So you studied journalism in Chișinău. This helps you becoming a documentary filmmaker, working with a lot of research, working very precise on facts?
When I joined my film school here in Bucharest, I thought before that, yes, that will be very good. But then I realized that journalism and cinematography, there are different areas, and I had to start everything from the beginning. But now, after I finished my university here in Bucharest, I understand that, it's being a journalist, it is more into communication, talking with people, connecting with them, listening to them. And yes, now I am pretty sure that my both bachelors, they are very important for me as a documentary filmmaker.
Excellent. We show your film here on the DOK.fest Munich, Our Eve. It's the German premiere of this film, and it's your debut. It's your first full-length film. How long was the shooting about?
Thank you for having us at your festival. The shooting was around 5 months, 4 or 5 months. It was a project, and we had to finish the movie in 1 year. So we started actually to talk about the movie in March. In March 2020, and then we started to shoot in summer, and we already finished the movie in 2021. I mean, editing process,
And your lovely protagonists, Maria and Marin, you said you met them through a journalistic job. Tell us a little bit how you met your protagonists, because they couldn't fit better in this film.
Yes. So I met Marin while I was working as journalist, and as far as I remember, I was, quite new in journalism. And we did an interview with him because he just went out from the orphanage. And I remembered his smile face, and he was so, happy and talking about, now I know how the hospital looks like. Now I know that there are streets in the village, and now I know. And I was, oh my God, this guy is happy by everything. Like, we are thinking about different things, and we have sort of problems in our mind. But this guy, he's happy because he's living and he went out from that orphanage. He told me that I thought on this earth just this orphanage existing. I didn't know where the people come from and where they are living. You know, he was so curious, and nobody answered his questions. Yes, so from that interview, I realized that this guy could have a story for a movie, but I haven't enough knowledge to make the movie. And yeah, the chance came to me later.
Great. And how does the chance come? Because this is very interesting. I mean, as such a positive character with such a deeply sad story in his whole childhood, living in orphan homes. How did you did you already sketch in your head kind of a script to say, okay, how could a film be, or how did you work on further?
Actually, I just wrote Marin if he would be interested to make this documentary, because they were quite popular in Moldova. They had some reportages about them on public TV stations. And we were friends on Facebook, and I saw how his life was changing. Like, he got that operations for his leg. Then he got married. He got a daughter, and I was, wow, this guy is so fast. So I just told them, I want to come to visit you, and I will just explain you what I want to do with you. And I just told them that I will spend some months with you, following you. I will not be there for you to help, but I will be there for you to observe.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, and I had this, this feeling to go into the frame and help them, especially when he was trying to get to this road, after the rain. It's like in first part of the movie. But
when he's on this muddy road?
Yes, but at least,
so
yes, it's very hard. It's very intense and very hard. But at least I told them before that we want to show to the people how you are living. So we'll not be there to help you, but to show everyone how you are living. So yes, that was challenging from our side because we had to stay and observe. But from the other side, we show to the people how they are living and how they are struggling with every problem.
But I think this is exactly a key in your film, what makes the film so vivid and what makes the protagonist also so strong, that they have to resolve all the problems themselves, and you are only the observer, and you feel this definitely on this muddy road, what you just described, where he is with the wheelchair, and he's really fighting. You see this when they come out of church, for example, and you see only the little stairs on the side. I mean, kind of barrier-free, what we have here, pretty normal. You have an elevator, you have ramps and all this. This is in the Republic of Moldova just not existing, or is it starting to exist? Do they have a voice, the handicapped people?
They exist, but they are not adapted for them. I mean, every building should have a ramp, but the ramp is like that, They can't use the ramp in a normal way. Yes, and of course there are a lot of NGOs with who are fighting for their who are talking about that, and I don't know when the things will be better for them, but at least there are people who are trying to make the things better,
Right.
Yeah.
And the state of are there like kinds of inclusion programs? Is this starting? How is the situation there in the Republic of Moldova?
Yes, at least, we don't have any more orphanages, and it's also, and this is also a great step from NGOs who are struggling to fight with these situations. And at least in Chisinau, in the capital, the things are a little bit better, but not so much. And as you saw in the movie, I think like 90% of Moldova is the same.
Is the same.
I mean, for people with disabilities. And maybe people are thinking that we don't have people with disabilities in Moldova. Yes, you don't see them because they don't have any conditions to go outside, you know. So this is the situation.
Could you think that, or is it possible that Maria and Marin, after this film, are kind of ambassadors for making like accessibility to buildings better, to have more an eye on disabled people, because they have so much positive energy in their in their faith that and I mean, even then, if you see the child, which is completely is completely normal, are there ambassadors? Could they give strength and power to encourage other disabled?
I think so. A lot of people want to see this movie, and we are still in our festival process, but we really want to show the movie to all the Moldovans and in every NGO. And of course, they are ambassadors. Of course, every person with disabilities who has a voice is an ambassador. And yeah, so.
Excellent.
I just hope that things for people with disabilities in Moldova will be better and better, because they really are very nice people and very, they have that kind of potential. We just have to observe it and use it somehow in the society, I guess.
One of the also very lovely and very vivid scenes is the wedding scene, this fabulous, lovely, where they dance together. Is it footage from you shooting, or was it footage from them?
It's their archive, family archive, and I really love to work with archives, and I'm very happy that I had the chance to work with their own archives. And they were like 3 hours of wedding, and I was watching every minute to find these scenes, very emotional scenes. And of course, every time when I watching this wedding, I got emotional, because it's very,
Absolutely.
Maybe people are asking, why do you need wedding? Why look at you? Maybe you don't need a second child. No, they are a normal family, and they want to have a normal life with their own house. And yes, and the wedding is the same. And if you remember how Maria said about her mom, what kind of wedding? Do you need a wedding right now? I'm not prepared for the wedding. Yeah, that was very fun. It's something, Moldovan style.
What is the Moldovan style? Because you said, is it just like...
it's a big deal making a wedding, and you need to prepare a lot of stuff, and to have money, and to invite a lot of people, and and you have to show like all the richness you have in your family. So
I can imagine this. Yeah, and what is also very, what is very respectful, I think, in this film, that most of the time you are with the camera on eye level. Was this a normal decision from you and the camera team?
Yes. Me and my cameraman, we talked about that we have to follow them from their eye line. And every time we put the camera like down, it was a little bit hard for him, I think, because he had to, to take this big camera everywhere. But at least, yes, we wanted to show the world through their eyes, at least from their, point of view.
And the interesting part is then you have the two protagonists, you have this wonderful couple, then they get this wonderful child, Eve, and then the camera even goes a little more down in the perspective of the 1-year-old child, which is the fulminant end of film scene. And it's really, I mean, you need tissues definitely at this point, but it's so real and it's so sensitive. How was the situation from the point on when they had their child? Was it from the beginning of the film already, or did you met them before without child?
No, as I told you, we were friends on Facebook, and I saw on Facebook that they have a child, and I talked with them. Yes, I talked to them about that. But I just visited them and I was talking with them without a camera, because of course we had some days when we didn't shoot anything. We just stayed and talked and, you know, laughed and whatever. And that's why I think we got this, so we were there with camera or without the camera, and sometimes they didn't realize that we are filming them, and they were totally okay with that, because we spend a lot of time together. And I think this is, the greatest work of documentaries, to stay there with the protagonist. And I fulfilled my feeling of being with my protagonist, as I told you before about journalism and stuff.
Yeah, just one political question. Of course, we cannot avoid it right now. Republic of Moldova takes a lot of war migrants from the Ukraine. Are there any kind of social tensions already? Do you feel what contact do you have to your home country?
I have been in Moldova for holidays, for spring holidays. I actually, when I went there, I feel very calm. People are really very understanding what's going on, and people are helping. And I feel very proud of my country and the way our president and our people are struggling with this situation. And they are so brave, and they are so, of course, some people are scared about what can happen. But at least I saw them very, united and very, very helpful. I don't know.
So the global view of your country, very positive also. And in the microcosmic of this family of Maria, Marin and Eve is also a very strong unity. They as a family, you see it with every minute you watch the film, that they're getting stronger, and they're getting more rewards also, because it's so lovely. For example, I think about the scene where he gives her the little shoes, the wool shoes, and it's so caring, and it's really definitely very, very sensitive, and it's a very precious film. Thank you very much. One last question: what are your further projects after you toured now with this film over the festivals?
My next documentary projects, you mean? Yes, now I'm actually working on 3 movies, different.
3 on parallel?
Yeah, they are on different stages of productions. I have one movie it's a short documentary, 30 minutes, about a woman about domestic violence, let's say like that.
Okay.
I'll not speak more about that.
Yeah.
Then I am a co-director of a documentary about a transgender woman in Moldova and how she's struggling with her situation in Moldova, because, we are still very conservative country. And now we are a lot of documentaries directors who we are doing one collective movie about refugees in Moldova.
Okay.
It is this is a big project, a collective project.
Very actual.
Yes.
Absolutely. And is there planned a TV screening from your film, from Our Eve?
Sorry, I didn't.
Is there a TV screening planned for Our Eve?
Yeah, of course, because our production company is a TV production company, let's say like that. And they are waiting us to finish with our festival way, and then they will show the movie to the TV, of course, on national public TV station.
Excellent. So, Anna Gurdiș, we thank you very much for this excellent film, and I think the film has such a power to encourage really others to take their all the tasks that life gives you, and if you see this small family, you can get a lot of power out of the film. And we're going to screen it here, of course, on the festival. And your film is, of course, also for the, we have a public prize here. I say this just shortly in German to our audience. Anna Gurdiș, thank you very much. Herzlichen Dank.
Dankeschön.
All the best to Bucharest.
Thank you very much. And we are so happy that we are now here with you, kind of, even online. But yeah, thank you very much. And I really hope that Moldovan cinematography will grow up more and more.
Absolutely. We have the focus on it and by showing it in the program. Thank you very much. Stay with us for a second. Ich möchte Sie noch auf den Publikumspreis, den Kino-Publikumspreis hinweisen, der natürlich auch in diesem Jahr wieder vom BR und Dreisat gestiftet wird. Online abstimmen ganz einfach auf unserer Webseite DOK.fest-münchen.de. Herzlichen Dank an dieser Stelle und bis zum nächsten Talk. Bye bye.